Apologies to anyone who got on my sort of coding server last week. I had a couple problems with my Amazon web server. Now they're fixed for the time being. So you can go up to those code notebooks I built. Somebody's doing it because actually I ran out of memory. Um, by the way, behind me, you'll see a 3D artwork I made. Some of it is sincere. There's also a little bit of jest in the style. I'm married to a Ukrainian guy who doesn't think communism worked out so well. Um, so some people find this background, I'm moving my head so you can see it, a little scary, but you know what I find scary? The number of people in high level meetings about AI who talk about Matlab. Why? What do I have against Matlab? Well, nothing really, except that it's proprietary. So I would encourage you, if you like MATLAB and you want to keep coding and do lots of projects with lots of people on them, to consider switching to Octave. What's Octave? Basically MATLAB, but open source. There are some small differences, but if you can code in MATLAB, you can easily code in Octave. They're closer than Spanish and Portuguese. And I can say that because I can speak both of those. Honestly, they're closer than Spanish and Portuguese. They're essentially the same thing. One is open source, one is not. MATLAB is not. It's proprietary. And what does that mean? That means that when you want to share your projects, you need the other person to have a license for MATLAB. So this is a real impediment for people who want to share scientific work. I get people writing me all the time with questions, and I've come to a point with this where I just tell people, that's interesting. If you use MATLAB, I need you to put it in Octave. Sorry, like I'm not gonna go pay $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 for a license for MATLAB, and I don't think a lab I work in should have to either. Now, here's something really interesting. A lot of people use MATLAB because basically they don't know any better. Usually, you see people around academia who use MATLAB because at some point they were employed in a lab or they were doing some research in a lab. Or I don't know, the devil made them do it. It's a very dark, dark thing. But you know, they can still be saved.